Hey, it's Eddy here. This is about Sky Any Room. If you wish to watch Sky in any room with just the one box, it's quite simple to do, and you don't have to fork out anything to Sky. I'm going to explain the method to you quite simply. The more rooms you want to watch it in, the more work you'll have to do. But it's a one-off job. Once you've done the job, you will not. You'll have to spend some money to do it. But I estimate that you won't spend any more than 1 month's Sky subscription would cost you. And you can use, if you do not use Sky at all, but you have a Sky box or any box, any Freeview box or anything like that, if they've got what we call an RF output, that's on the Sky box, the new ones, on the Sky Plus boxes, there are 2 outputs, and you'll find them next to the aerial input socket, and you take the output from these 2 sockets. You'll need an aerial cable and aerial sockets to wire it up. Now, aerial wire can be put under a carpet even. It's perfectly safe. It's not like an electric cable. So, without spending any money other than the cost of the length of the wire that you're going to require, and I think they charge about 30p a meter in the shops for this. I used to sell it for 10p a meter. I've still got some left, so if there's anybody locally wants to use it, I can let them have it at a knockdown price. Anyway, it's so simple. You just plug your, if you've got 2 outlets, you can plug your 2 leads. If you only want it in 3 rooms, that's the room that the box is in plus 2 other rooms. Now, if you're using a box such as Freeview or whatnot that doesn't have a RF output, there is a way around this. You go to a car boot or anything and pick up an old video player, a video recorder, because a video recorder has an RF output, and in that case you plug your aerial into the video, and your video would be connected to the box with a SCART, and you would have to buy a splitter to get 2. Any more than 2, you would have to buy a aerial distribution amplifier. That's a box that you can get from anything. You can get 4, 6 outputs for the 1 input. If you're anything of a handyman or a handy woman, it's quite easy to do this yourself. Instead of plugging your aerial output straight into your TV, you put it into the video recorder and then take it out of the video recorder and into your TV. Once you've done this, the next thing to do is to find out if your TV has got analog on it, because if it's got analog on it and you tune it to channel 68, or if you don't do that. When you've connected your Skybox via the RF output to the TV, you can simply do a search on analog, not digital. Don't touch the digital. At channel 68, it will tune it in automatically. But if you can manual tune it, you just tune it to channel 68. And then, so long as you've got your box on, you'll have a picture on the screen and you can fine tune as you wish. You probably wouldn't need to anyway. So we've come to that stage, and that's about it really. If you want 4 rooms, you need a distributor box with 4. That is going to make things more expensive. I mean, if you're only running 2, you can use a splitter which you plug into the RF output of the Sky box, or the output of your video if you're having to convert to RF from a box. But a lot of the digital converter boxes have an RF output on them, and if they have, you simply plug that into the TV, into the splitter, and you can watch Freeview in any room using the same principle. By connecting your Freeview box via a SCART to the satellite receiver. I know it sounds quite complicated, but if you're anything of a handyman, it should be no problem. As I say, if you tune it with a Skybox, and you look at the RF, and now they've got 2 RFs out, which is RF simply means the aerial frequency. That's the radio frequency. That's what you get through your aerial. If you've got your aerial plugged into your Skybox, and then from your Skybox to your TV, all you got to do is stick a splitter in there and add another cable to it to get to another one. More rooms, as I say, you need an amplifier, distribution amplifier, which gives you actually boosts the signal. You actually get more out than you put in. And then you can wire up the 4 rooms. I know it sounds a bit complicated, you can get it done professionally, but if you have it done with Sky, you have to pay a monthly Sky any room fee. But if you get hold of an old video recorder, you can connect anything up with a SCART, and you tune your video to AV1 or AV2, whichever you're plugging into, and that will convert it to RF, which you can then run through the aerial. But as I say, if you're just doing Sky the simple way, with 2 outlets and 2 splitters, you can wire up to 4 rooms as well as the room you're already watching in. So figure that one out. And that's about it. Now, any problems, so on my website there is a comments box, or you can send a personal message. Either of these, the personal message is best because I get an indication of something in my inbox, and I will answer any questions. If any of the questions are too complicated to do via a text, I'll do a video personally to the person that's asking the question. If you know how to get messages, private messages, I need your username, and with your username I can just send a recorded video to you. Alternatively, if there's anybody who's got Skype with a video camera built in, and that's your little webcam, the new videos have all got them built in. and you can contact me on Skype, and it's actually free. You can actually see each other, talk to each other, and I can describe things better. And it's free. I've even had no conversation with a friend of mine in America. It didn't cost anything. You can talk to Australia with it. It's just like having a video phone that you don't have to pay for. The problem is arranging for a person to be there online when you call them. But you can work that out. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. I'm now going to stop this recording and I'll be sending it up shortly. Here's a bit of additional information I forgot to tell you. If you do this, obviously you want to be able to change channels, etc. with whatever room you're in. This does add to the cost a little bit, because what you need is a wireless infrared unit. I have them. They're called Pyramid. You can see why they're called Pyramid. That's a receiver. You have an identical thing that looks like that. That's a transmitter. And if you've got that, got one of them in the room and a receiver where the equipment is, you can actually operate any of the equipment that's in the other room. Now, it would be expensive to buy one for every room. So what I suggest is they're quite easy to unplug. The receiver would stay in the room where the equipment is, and the transmitter is quite easy to unplug it and plug it into another main socket. So you just take that and plug it into whatever room you go to, and then you'll have full control of all your equipment that's in the one room. In other words, it's almost like having four different DVDs, etc., etc., because you can operate everything. You can operate your DVD, your set-top box, your Sky. All you got to do is take your remote control in with you. And I've wired up to a shed. My shed used to be my workshop, so I could watch Test match cricket. And in the summer I watched it through a hatchway, lying on a lounger in the sun. We haven't had that much sun this year. Anyway, that's it. That's what you need. They're called Pyramid, the ones I've got, but I dare say there are other makes that you can get, and you can probably pick them up a lot cheaper today than what you could when I bought it. I paid 20 quid for them. That's the receiver and the transmitter, but I'm sure that they've come down in price since I got them. I've had them. They're extremely reliable. I've got two pairs, and I didn't really need to, but I got two. I leave one transmitter out in the shed and the other transmitter indoors, but you don't need to do that, because you can take the transmitter wherever you go. It's an easy device. There's only a little mains lead to plug in, and that's about it. I'm going to stop again.
Troubles may come, troubles may go, but always find me ready. Upon the hill, a playing still, just like Eddy.